rejection and a rollover, a hit here, rejection and a rollover, and looky, broke the trend line. Okay, but you know, don't get too excited yet. All right, we don't want to see a double top come in here. What am I talking about? Well, you got double tops are bearish. One, two. All right, right at 76,000 bucks. So 76,000 is going to be a major area breakthrough. 76 and change. All right, call it 76,100. That is a major area of resistance here. If it takes that out, this thing's got a pretty good march up ahead of it for sure, and that would be a pretty good sign that maybe, just maybe 60,000 was the bottom. All right, I went over this with you guys on my past videos. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go back and watch. Okay, retests of tops. Okay, now we got that break. If we look at the RSI on weekly, looks beautiful, heading to the upside. The monthly, check this out. Look at the monthly. It looks great. 5.22 and a 2. Okay, if we zoom in a little bit closer here, I'm watching something pretty tightly. All right, either this area holds right here and we push through that 76, or we got a bigger retracement coming. All right, what I'm looking for in here on the 15-minute is to see if this here holds an A, B, C. Okay, we'll know soon enough. We get a bounce up here, back up here, and it starts back up towards that 75, 76. Look for 77 to come in there next. Okay, if it doesn't, then obviously we got a retracement coming here. We come out on a 4-hour. What I'll be watching for in here, if you go off this whole move, the retrace would be pretty deep. Okay, but if we just go off this 4-hour, where I want to see a bounce at, obviously, right in here, 72, 72.2, right in there. Okay, if you come off that whole move here, that wouldn't make a lot of sense. That would pull it way back down in here. All right, that would be out like on a daily chart. What kind of pullback we'd be looking at after 5 waves up? Okay, you can see the 5 waves right in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right there. I put a long in this yesterday. Actually, my phone went off this morning. It was perfect. Went off the measurement of this right up here. This Fibonacci is the ticket, man. I love this thing. Right here, pulled this down right to the bottom here. And that was my target up here, 75. Okay, ended up hitting that. We got in a river long today, yesterday actually, $7.30. Rode that up to $9.30 this morning. That was a pretty nice trade. And if you want to come over and join us, guys, check out a level 3 membership in the Discord. That gets you in our Discord. It's in the membership area. Also get you 10 hours of videos to watch to teach you how to start charting here. I'm not the best, but I do know. I've been looking at these charts for a long time. Going on maybe 6 years now, I believe. It's been a minute for sure, so do kind of have a little bit of an idea of what I'm doing. Okay, this 76 here, major area. We break that, who knows? I mean, 80s, 77 next. Could make a pretty decent run here. First areas I would be watching for, I'd go up this high over here, pull this fib down, be looking up towards 83 to 86. Okay, if it takes out that, then possibly back up towards 100, but let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. If we get rejected here at 76, then 50 would be the next target down here. All right, that would be a push down through, take the Fibonacci, almost 50,000 on the head. Okay, that would take out this low over here, and that would give us obviously one more push to the downside. I think the market's an extreme here. If you go look at CoinMarketCap, look at the Fear and Greed Index, I mean, it is definitely Definitely an extreme fear right now. All right, now you can see here we had this low, this high, a higher low. We're looking for a higher high to come in here, obviously, and start a march to the upside. And, you know, if it starts coming down here and ripping back through, especially if it takes out 64, 65,000, oh boy, then it'd start really thinking 50's coming, you know. But for it to get the break of this resistance, that's pretty huge. This resistance area has been, you know, it hasn't broken it. This started back in October, last October. You know, hit, rejection, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves to the downside. Is that where it stops? We'll see. If you come over and take a look at the total market cap, it looks beautiful, right about in the same exact spot, right? Come over here, let's take a look at this. Take a look at this chart. How about gold and silver? I mean, man, oh man, it's unbelievable right now, right? Let's open this up. Go out on a monthly. And once again, if you come in here, look at this. We go on the weekly. It has broke that trend line. Get this off here. Zoom in a little bit tighter. You can see the break of the trend line here. Touch up here, touch here, break. All right, but once again, is this double top? This stopped a little short. All right, zoom in on this. This technically did not double top in here. You can see it's actually a little bit higher there. All right, so that's kind of a good sign here. All right, you did not get a double top here on that. Let's put this trend line where it needs to be. There we go. That's better. 3 touches. You know, so we'll see what happens with that. The total market cap on the weekly. Look at the RSI heading to the upside. The monthly looks great right at the bottom. Right, so could have a run coming up here. You know, the first 2 green candles in a row in a long time since back last July. You know, June and July. You know, we had two there. This area here seems to be a good area of support. You can see here when we came down to this area here, it bounced. That's where it bounced, right? Back over here. And if we come back over here, you know, same area, bounce, but you lose that area and it becomes resistance. You can see here it lost it, came back up, retested it, rolled over, right? So want to see this area hold in here. Possibly we'll see what happens with it, but the RSIs are looking good on the total market cap and on Bitcoin. All right, so watch that 76,000 bucks on Bitcoin and roughly 2.6 trillion on the total market cap. We're about ready to get a heck of a storm here, so please hit that like and subscribe, guys. Consider buying me a coffee in the description of the video or join in the Discord there. Level 3 membership. Would love to have you. Talk to you soon.